Look, I know Artifact wasn't that very good. I actually honestly like it. I'm a fan of card games. I'm more of a card games than the FPS guy. Nowadays. I can agree. There was an overflow of a lot of card games. Well, I think this is can you give these card games a bit of a chance? I know they're slightly different, but at least they do have variety at least. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, Agent. I didn't expect you to be so. Yeah, Nintendo was on early. Oh yeah, right. Come to Nintendo. I gotta review that DuckTales reboot. Yeah, I'm talking about the DuckTales 2017. I did talk about that. I was gonna review. You. Okay, thank you. Bye. Hello, everyone. Yeah, Keithan here. I wanted to talk about is a reboot to an old franchise, and I'm of course referring to the DuckTales 2017. The original DuckTales was actually still pretty good today, and yeah, if you were born in what's the show was released? Oh, in the 80s. Kids who were born in the 80s might know this show. Being one of the aside from Duckman Duck and Quack Pack, so let's explain. No, let's start with the two-part episode, and let's talk about how it opens. We open by seeing a weird seagull. Yeah, we see behind the seagull throughout it, and then we get to see our new title logo for the entire. And yeah, we get to Disney's DuckTales. Yeah, I think they didn't want to show the new intro yet, so mostly this is the new. So after being rejected after the seagull's not really liking the seagull stands on a pole and then goes and gets hurt. And it was standing on a boat that Donald Duck was in. Yeah. No. One sec, I think I usually get to forget. Usually that in case of any confusion since. Oh yeah. Louis is trying to tell Donald Duck to wear this suit. And well, Huey is basically cooking food, despite that he's a little child or something. Okay, I know that was a bit weirdness to say, but also Louis decided wanted to try Donald Duck. So there, then, for watching, mainly because since the reason why Huey is just telling Donald Duck to wear something for his job interview. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I'm not gonna go live. Okay. And yeah, even I permanently closes on his own mind of his own. Yeah. Huey decided to make fake fish. We believe in you. With written up, we believe in you, Uncle Donald. And despite after that, even getting also supposed to be ironing his job interview suit. Ooh, yeah, I'm not kidding. Also, showing their punishment by wearing life jackets for some odd reason. Also, Donald Duck uses a modern day smartphone. I'm not kidding, that's a modern day smartphone. I'm not gonna lie, since I think this show takes place in the more modern times, so there might be some. So, characters from the anyways, we get to, I think, probably a prank call or something. I don't know what was going on with this call scene, actually. I don't know what was wrong with that call scene, actually. Anyways, Donald Duck is late. The kids decide when to move there, and Dewey. He decided wanted to do something which was gonna leave until he was also not a good distraction. And Dewey just yeah, anyways, Dewey decided wanted to go operate the plan before it wasn't ready yet at the wrong timing because the duck came back and yeah. And instead they let him in the car. So after was a failed talking plan and oh yeah, okay actually before I will want to okay, I know this is a little too early for the review. Okay, actually Donald Duck decided I wanted to go drive down to Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, I know. I watched the original series, and he looks. So yeah, even I wanted to. After we get to some anyways, we get to some images of a different art style for him being the awesome character. Since Scrooge McDuck is being pretty much the awesome guy, even being the richest guy, even the cinematic music. And yeah, that was the too dangerous. And hearing the 1 and 2 I bet. So after that, we meanwhile get to Scrooge McDuck listen to a boring and listening to the business strategies of things. We get to a chat on what's going on for a little bit. Look at the newspapers. He walks down, throwing his money in the bed of the vault. Yeah, the signature iconic thing. Oh, and also, did I notice that Scrooge McDuck's house is kind of like basic? Oh yeah, right. Yes. Oh yeah. Towards about the end. Oh yeah. Before I continue, I would like to note. Towards about the end of the video, I would continue my review and compare these two compare how the original show, those first 2 episodes, and this show's, and to the 2017 version, which. So after that, we get to a landing pad. I'm not kidding, that's his name, and yeah, driving crazily. See. Anyways, we get to the dog also angering that he hits his old granny. Anyways, Scrooge McDuck was reading the newspaper while Lampad is just. I don't know what's different between Lampad's voice acting. I think it's okay at best of this. Oh yeah, right. I forgot to mention this. The voice acting for the show. I honestly kind of find Huey, Dewey, and Louie sound more like teens. Scrooge McDuck sounds more, in my opinion, feels more British than Scottish, though. I do find it, I wish that he sounds something like his original show counterpart. He sounds really nothing like his original show counterpart. And Donald Duck is actually quite accurate, actually. I do find his Donald Duck's voice actor to be quite accurate, at least accurate to his original character, to the cartoon series. Miss Baker, I don't know what I want to say about Miss Baker. I think I haven't heard about her voice. I'm like, maybe I'll do like, and Wimby, who you is also sound like more teens. You were doing living. All of them sound like teens. I got a lot. If they want to make, I know I honestly like that, and I know. Anyways, back to that. Anyways, Donald Duck goes to the car, goes to drive to Scrooge McDuck's mansion, but he wasn't in. Scrooge McDuck went back to his mansion and saw Donald Duck and their old rivalry. I don't know. Yeah, they have their own weird things and civilization things, and having problems with family members. Yeah, the episode. This is yeah, we get to one argument later. Actually. Anyways, so basically, Donald Duck tells Scrooge McDuck it something goes like this. Can you play? Sorry, man, I'm gonna make like a new impression. Can you please take care of my children? Okay. Alright, sure, I'll take care of your children. So yeah, he was doing, after doing your eatings, we get to paintings and visuals of his house. It's very kind of feels old and it should be updated. Also, we first get into some weird So, if you're wondering about that painting over there, that's where's my Duck's parents, I believe. He was doing the. So yeah, I think that this. So after getting close by magical teleportation for some odd reason, I don't know. I think they were a bit too fast to get. Probably ate some. So after they want to tell the whole origin stories. So Squish Range a lot who do Louis and give them marbles for I don't know why. I think they should at least give more things at least. Reading the newspaper, seeing his own legacy, seeing his own painting. And yeah, like Louis, he said this line that and Squish Duck says this line, and yeah, I know I'm gonna go put a bit of copyright in this episode. I hope that I'm just gonna put a bit of sound. Mostly this is a bit copyright. Oh, sorry, never mind. I meant yeah, it's mostly revolving around how what happened to him mostly. I don't know. I forgot about it. Anyways, Dewey decided he wanted to destroy the door. Yeah, destroy the door that was there. Anyways, when he was getting easily there, some rope kidnapped Louis, and then the rest of and all of them tied up under there, and then we get this totally shadow figure now, and yeah, but obviously I know it's Winby because you can just see her a bit of her out of the shadow, because seriously they should pretty much cover up in the shadows. Okay, let me explain. Wimby does not appear in... Yeah, my first exposure to Wimby was during the DuckTales movie. Yeah, I watched the movie at the time. I wasn't known who this character is. She does appear in the original show, which for those wondering, yeah, she did appear in the original show, but more a few episodes later. They were more focused on... Oh, sorry, I forgot. Anyways, we get to introduce to Wimby, who still exists in the show. After getting some pictures about learning in their family's name or something, which yes, there's a lot of connections to the picture. There's a lot, which we don't know. How much of the connections do we do know there? Mostly there are a lot of connections. After Wemby meets the two dudes, Louis, they decided wanted to go under there to the vacuum. Actually, we heard the stubborn sound, and we realized that McDuck is going to the long lost sea of Atlantis. Yeah, it's been a while since we talked about Atlantis. How do we even talk about Atlantis for 1 second? I think I'm not sure. Oh, there it is. I'm just kind of weird. If I show something, I'm supposed to show on YouTube. So it's just my penis aside. We'll just stop. Oh yeah. Alright. Anyways, after Squish, yeah, the reason because of the recent title. So yeah, Squish Duck hired some things he knows, and even Landpad just goes, "I'm a pilot." It's like Mercenary goes, "I'm a mercenary." Though Miss Baker is not a secretary, I also don't know why did Scrooge McDuck hired a secretary at least. I know that cost a bit of money, but at least you. Oh yeah, right, it's Dewey. Dewey listened to over Scrooge McDuck conversations that he thinks that family is a bit of a trouble. And yeah, I know. Though, yes, this is kind of... This is good with the church for his own treasure. So after some long lost conversation for the even when she wants to go outside, even getting a hamburger, that's a metaphor by the way, that was explained later on the episode. So you and you decide to want to go into the garage. We get to see some historical things. Dewey isn't really that excited because I'll do the faking. Is that Dewey was mainly because he was angry is because of about Scrooge McDuck's not really into family. Anyways, Dewey decided to want to put dibs on pretty much everything, and he also don't want to do dibs on the Medusa's hand. We get to some. We would just put a maybe on that, and then we get to this painting, which shows Scrooge McDuck fighting a ghost pirate, with the X-Saver and with Donald Duck on this adventure, which is kind of awkward to see Donald Duck. The rest of the painting wasn't finished yet. I would also want to talk about the rest of the painting, but I don't want to spoil the. And also a third person, which I will say later on after this after I finish part, it was the ending for part 2, and I will tell you later. So after Scrooge. Also after a bit of non-belief and all that and all this, after we get to anyways, Donald Duck was somehow part of the adventure for some reason. Yeah, I know he did. So meanwhile, Donald Duck is getting a job interview, and yeah, it's kind of weird. It's mostly the typical Donald Duck having a more anger issues, and yeah, even I feel like also is that yes, he is mainly a rage person. Usually it feels like this guy is a more rampaging person. Yeah, honestly. And yeah, even the dogs, like even the guy in the blue dog in the blue shirt is like it's always like that. After that, so after some paintings and mysteries, even we saw some chests, we get to that ghost pirate himself, and his name is
Life Lovers.
It's Captain Peghook, the Scarlet Leather River.
It's Captain. And then we get to his blade. We get to a blade that.
The Deus Excalibur.
The Deus Ex Calendar, which kind of feels. Okay, sorry with the copyright sounds. I'm just kind of just you. I'm not sure. I also want to not show some video because I honestly want to prevent any more copyright. So I don't feel like showing some. Yeah, sooner than I feel like doing voice reviews. At least that'll be much more better than seeing my face most of the time. Anyways, we get to seriously, this blade feels like the X-Mach. So after, and the only way to stop this weapon is to you should kill someone. And yeah, it was a kind of weird. Then we get to the Dong, which is to release a dragon that eats gold, and we get to the headless horse. That's not bad. That's not interesting as the headless horseman. Yeah, that guy is better. At least yeah. Anyways, we get to the second Dong, and yes, we can even. Scrooge and realize, oh, what's going on here, and then everything else. Seeing this weird pirate thing. Anyways, we get to a quick commercial break, and then back to commercial, and then after that you have a fight scene. Somehow, I would like to ask a question. Also, this like the captain is like holding the sword, despite that. How can he hold? Okay, despite the different by painting, but he is a ghost. Ghosts cannot just touch anything. Like it's supposed to. That the purpose is they cannot touch anything. Thing. Then we get to Scrooge McDuck action. Yeah, and like, it was kind of badass how Scrooge McDuck can be this active, yet he has a problem with it, despite being old, and even he. Anyways, we get to a decapitated statue of Scrooge McDuck for some odd reason. Shows his head, gives it to the captain, and then vanishes. And then it draws to the horse, and then giving it, and you wonder when he ahead. I'm no longer free. Thank you. I don't think that's a quick. Yeah, imagine people just looking at him and just going, rocking away. Yeah, honestly, imagine if they find and let's out the door. Though I don't know why didn't they just. Oh well, and yeah, even I will imagine him being rampaging throughout the streets. He's just running around the house or something like that. I don't know why. Which is kind of weird how he just. Anyways, we revealed that this museum location turns out to be a garage, which contains the garage stuff. That's not a garage. A garage is basically like a place to put your items there or something like that. Anyways, we get to some weird hosting and all that, and yes, to be honest, after Scrooge McDuck has hit the third gong because and released the golden eating dragon. Yeah, no, which yes, even we go. Anyways, the kid saved, and meanwhile, we get to Scrooge McDuck action of him attempting to at least kill it or at least destroy it or something. Since they're control it, but it failed or something like that. And then then the dragon saw Scrooge McDuck's home, and then tries to control, but then he was dropped off. Almost about to nearly die. Lamp had plane just down, saved by Hugh, Dewey, Louie, and Wimby. Seriously, they should need to go call their group. Which, yes, even they. Anyways, they'll talk about this and the plan, and also, they also probably need some plan like different. And then one. Louis. Sorry if I get confused any with these names. Sorry. He has some reduced signs of Scrooge McDuck and. So after we get to Scrooge McDuck go in there. The dragon made this successful in there, and then Scrooge McDuck goes down. Successfully turn in the golden dragon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call him the one. That's his name. Anyways, turns him into the stone. Basically, he also breaks some of the pieces off of the stone for some odd reason. I don't know why you need to break off the stone of it. And land it down in his gold, which, yes, we get to a signature thing. Yeah, we get to the signature Scrooge McDuck landing swimming gold. Yeah, this is mostly the iconic scene. Kind of thing that's. Anyways, Lampai had a lovely moment until they crashed and managed to. All of them, the plane crashed and all of them managed to survive for some odd reason. Because it's a kids' cartoon. Anyways, after Scrooge McDuck was gonna punish the kids. Actually, Scrooge McDuck was having a great blast. It showed that was a great time, and yeah, with family members, and yeah, I think he actually was agreeing with family. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to.
We killed Savant.
I think I'm supposed to turn on that. So I'm just we actually, and then part one ends with after being stapled on the wall, Donald Duck got the job as a sailor. And this marks his return of wearing a black shirt. No, I'm not kidding. He does wear black, and yeah, honestly, I never really got used to the DuckTales design of him wearing black as. At first, I thought that they indirectly put black on Donald Duck, and yeah, I know he does wear black in most certain cases. Yes, he does. So there are. So point taken. I did realize that he wears black, and yeah, despite that he as a sailor. And if you're wondering who hired him, it was Gutton Duck. Yeah, the original antagonist of the series, who looks like he's just gained a bit of weight. Despite in the original show, yeah, I'm going a little nitpicky with this one just to reach. He looks like more like an average Donald Duck clone. He looks like an average Donald Duck with a white beard, and he looks more like a Scot. In here, yes, he's still Scottish, though he wears a hat and looks fat. I probably think they didn't want to go with the old designs and probably make them look more. I'm sorry if I'm comparing this a bit early. Anyways, after that, we get to the second part 2, which actually has the theme song of the original show. It was pretty awesome, actually. It shows you also some of the original aesthetics, including some villains in the show. Even they have some comic book-like designs. Even some characters we're going to meet later in the show. So, yes, we're going to... And some of these characters we don't see later on. And I do like they actually show even a bit of break-up. Even interact with the tree. Even I like this intro sequence. It was pretty awesome. And yeah, even I like. After the amazing themes, we get to the opening of part 2, which shows the Gutton Gold. Yeah, the ends hat. For those who are wondering who. Yeah, that's him, by the way. He looks like a Anyways, we get to the employee training video, which kind of shows Donald Duck's lies. Actually, yeah, sorry, I meant Gutton Gold's lies. Even showing his industry, even they shows more weird stuff. And we get to in a bit of the training video. I'm gonna be honest, there was a lot of females playing bagpipes for some odd reason. And even they treat their employees as treasure, but that will be a lie. Okay, spoilers, that was a lie. We'll know that later on in the episode. After a short in-depth training video, while using cassette tapes. Seriously, who use cassette tapes nowadays? Am I right? Dang, dang, dang. Probably 90s or 80s people. Hired, basically. 3 deadly. 2 wolves and 1 bug with a machete. Another melee weapon. Another sharp object. Another shot. And by the way, Donald Duck is on board. After talking about their treasure in the Atlantis, and we get to their names.
Max Staberson.
Yep.
Hack and slash smashing the cuff.
Yep. And he also shows Donald Duck's name. And even Donald Duck decided one night to call Scrooge McDuck to talk about some weird thing. Enjoying their adventures. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, earlier he wants to get his bigger ticket. But that wasn't. I probably missed something. Anyways, they go into Atlantis for some. He forgot to close the door for some reason. Seriously, you should close the door before you start. But putting. Thank God there's also some pumper to go remove any excess water. Donald Duck is acting cool. You read the second name. Anyways, we get to the X1 raid and all that. Even camping trips, and a lot of weird stuff just ensue. Anyways, we get to the map on how they're gonna get there. Yeah, it's gonna be a 16-hour-long trip, and yeah, come to think of it, yeah, if you're wondering about me with long driving trips, this is me nowadays when I'm in in vehicle and nothing really much to do. It gets a little boring there now, don't you think, everyone? Unless you bring some. Yeah, the submarine, by the way, it's only equipped with sea pistols. It's gonna take 16 hours, which is gonna be a boring time. Get there in the map. You get there on the map, which takes 16 hours, but it take the easy side. Not really great at keeping it in the map. Which is kind of weird how they. Instead, Dewey decided, screw it, I'm just gonna let them draw us all the way there, but I don't care, my friend. It's danger, let's go there. And we get to several moments that actually happen. I'm not kidding, that actually happens. Kraken attack! See what ducks attack, whatever that thing is, and a storm, whatever that thing is. After they go through weird messes, even using the bathroom though, despite I don't know why they need a necessary bathroom thing, despite that there's a sea creature there, we get to several images of Donald Duck's parents. Actually, yeah, Donald Duck's taking care of his nephews. No, we get to one who really should. Anyways, Scrooge McDuck and the others decided, why don't you just go into collecting gold shit, and then realized that Scrooge McDuck was there. Donald Duck realized some weird thing is gonna happen, and after they also go to toy wash and handsome, and they take it at their sweet time because they, alright. Anyways, we get back to the submarine thing. They go back to the journey to go to this Atlantis, which is it. Right now, if you're wondering about Atlantis, they depict Atlantis is an upside down city. And I feel like. After tying her up on this big call when they're okay. Anyways, we get to this. What? If you look at this upside, and they tell how Atlantis got sunken down, or depicted, and luckily it's due to that it sunk down as an underground city. The city of the upside down. After also making, okay, I'm just gonna call him Machete Bird. Anyways, after they also, despite that it's upside down mostly because he was poor. Dewey decided to open up traps, basically leaving Lampad to be poisoned / injured. I'm not kidding, he didn't die, he survived. He survives the snakes. Seriously, how can you manage to survive snakes? The thing that basically put venom on you and die. Oh well. I'll probably think that it has cartoon logic. Probably cartoon logic applies. You cannot die. Oh, sometimes, but still. Anyway, Scrooge McDuck finds a way to get there, and we get to the lasers. The lasers that trigger the fire are below, and I think this is what they. Which for a second I thought there was something that it's like for a second I thought these lasers would cut people, but instead they just trigger the flames below, which I think this is supposed to be. Even him after Dewey just made it successfully, Scrooge McDuck just go 10 out of 10. Just I don't like to handle this much longer. Huey and Scrooge McDuck after he the bridge has been destroyed by Huey because of longer heating for some odd reason. Donald Duck was successfully passed out. Cutting Gold and his employees, quote unquote employees, decided, okay, now let's go bring you. Anyways, Shady Bird decided he wanted to bring Donald Duck to the treasure. Dewey and Scrooge McDuck saw the treasure, including a red gem. Cutting Gold declared to get and got his own. Donald Duck. Also showing Donald Duck being kidnapped. Scrooge McDuck said he used his own screaming money technique. Seriously, how you do? Anyways, he pops out of there. Attack. Straight. Sure. It's got Gold and also showing his being employed and also all that weirdness. Also being employed to this guy. Anyways, then all of them leaving. And also throw Donald Duck out of there because seriously he's good to the family of the enemy. Also trigger the trap up there and trigger the sea trap. Trigger them to sink the water down. And by the way, if you're wondering why there are two jet M's, yeah, I know the blue one is over there. The blue one was filled with water power, filled with power with more electricity focus. The red one is actually a curse one, which I'll explain later. Realizing that the jet, and yeah, sooner or later they realize that gem over there is pretty much the power of the Atlanticity. So by the way, why didn't they just also, if they're grabbing those treasures, why didn't they also grab the additional gold? Probably they're uninterested in the gold. Anyways, all the water sucked up. They grabbed the blue one, which actually has which is a power source. After I saw the fight scene with the others, yeah, there was a meanwhile. But by the way, Cotton Gold just, okay, bye! I don't need you anymore. I actually lied about I keep my employees as treasure, but seriously, I don't. I just wanted the actual treasure. Bye! Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much a summary of what I did. Then brings his Cotton Gold's employees and all that. Yeah, they allow them in. Scrooge McDuck, the others, including the Cotton Gold's employees. He's not cutting Duck, is he? He's moving on Duck. Get them out. With safety. We get to Cotton Gold talk about finding this gem. Finding the gem with also Scott. With only probably one or two. Who's got a female in Scottish playing bagpipes. We get to Scrooge McDuck finding the actual gem. Saying that this gem is a power source, which lasted for, let me explain how long this.
Please
main source of energy that could power Duckburg for 50 years.
Which powers for 50 years. Which honestly I thought this thing was powerful. 10,000 years. Okay, I know. I'm using a joke. I know I'm using that joke. Okay, maybe like at least 100 years. But still, I don't think it should be anyways. And after talking about several interviews and showing that he comes back, oh yeah, actually there are technically, anyways, he found the one that was cursed. Yeah, Guttingle gets the one that was cursed and honestly gets wiped into the sea, taken into the sea. And probably died or something. You know, forget it! Yeah. After Miss Baker figures out, she's a joke. I mean, yeah, Miss Baker confessed that she is so protective with her daughter or something like that. And they're enjoying it. Okay. Finally, then after we had some heartwarming moments, and yeah. And then Donald Duck's boathouse gets exploded and set on fire accidentally. We let the engine on earlier in part 1. After they hang out doing weird things, we get to the boathouse, which managed to, I think some fires was cleared out. After the fire was cleared out. Anyways, after letting Donald, Scrooge McDuck allows Huey, Dewey, and Louie to stay in their home. And we get to Donald Duck's, and we get to her original home, put in the swimming pool, and probably get repaired soon. And how can get? After we get some sword fights and weird madness shenanigans happens, packing up weird stuff. We get back to the painting earlier, which shows Scrooge McDuck and Donald fighting that captain from earlier from part 1. We get to reveal the shocking twist. His mother. Yeah, that's something actually which is actually Donald Duck's sister, and the credits was actually pretty great. It feels like they're. So honestly, what's my overall thoughts on the DuckTales on the 2017 version of? Oh yeah, right. Well, the first episode / two-parter named Woohoo, which is actually part of the theme song, was pretty awesome. The first episode is pretty awesome, and yeah, I do like it. Actually has a bit of source. It did change a bit of the origin story of the first episode. Change a bit of the origin story. Change a bit of the first episode. Now, yeah, overall it's pretty good. Now let's explain the first step to how the first episode of the original show. So yeah, after Scrooge McDuck loses some money, this is him when he's not really, he was a greedy person actually. Anyways, in the original show, yeah, Donald Duck didn't really appear that much in the show. However, they made him more appearing character. In the original, okay, let me come. Original, Donald Duck decided he left mainly because he left the show to go to the Navy. Yeah, he was left to go to the Navy. Yeah. Yeah. So after that, and then we get to this butler character we never see again.
Oddly enough. So Scrooge takes him to his home where his butler Duckworth.
Oh yeah, Duckworth, yeah. Duckworth didn't appear in the first episode, so maybe he'll appear in maybe the second episode, the third, or he may be just a character just gone out of existence. This is my opinion, and I would like to know about it. Which kind of feels weird. We get to them and their family. Yeah, And also, yeah, in the original, you were just going, yeah, I think I want to leave her. Finally go somewhere else, and then thinking they were kidnapped. Then we get to the original villains of the show, which are these criminals. I keep forgetting their names. Even this guy. Even this guy loves gold. And we get to the other antagonist who loves gold. We get to him in a chocolate factory. We get to Scrooge McDuck in a factory. Also, setting the action for the day and taking care of the shit. And yeah, after that, that was the second episode was a totally different. We get to Gluttoner, who looks totally different. With slightly, he's not really that fat kind of looking character. After some weird thing like that, we get to the ship and all that. And yeah, he did. Gluttoner did appear in the first episode because of that. And also how this, all the books are like Ex Machina stuff. We get to yeah, okay, actually. A few other episodes like that. Even there was also, most of the later on episodes, okay, I'm gonna be cheating a little bit. Some of the later on episodes actually had some weird moments, such as having their art class made as making a battleship made out of spec, which does not feel convincing since some of it is still not covered up. And we get to the gold gun, his name is, which, yes, even a few episodes later we get to, even Miss Baker appears in the, and yes, Miss Baker, and yeah, in the third episode, Miss Baker, and I bet it did appear in this second episode, so yeah. Which, it's kind of weird how this character, also, for some reason, Winnie isn't that annoying in the original show, so yeah, I haven't seen. Anyways, yeah, I'm only just covering the first 3 episodes that I did compare. Overall, it's a bit of a different origin story, and yeah, I can excuse some of it, and even that, despite that some of these characters were introduced in the very first episode, this is instead the usual tree, but I think we need to go and all these know these characters, despite we don't know Guttenberg's employees maybe not in the series. The intro is, and yeah, even the intro. The intro was, still I like the, but the new, but the 2017 has a more awesome version of it where they showed a lot of adventure and everything. Yeah, even though it was more of a, more bad, and yes, even I did like, though Duckworth isn't appearing in the show, so maybe there would maybe a, and now the voice acting is pretty good, pretty kind of feel, yeah, the only complaint I had with the series of the reboot so far is the voice acting. Yeah, the voice acting. And let me be honest, I didn't really like much of the new voice act. They even kind of feel, I kind of find him honestly feeling more Scottish, and actually I feel that playing Scrooge McDuck feels more British and Scottish since this guy played the 10th Doctor during Doctor Who, so I'm not gonna go with just Donald Duck. At least Donald Duck's voice actor at least sounds accurate to the show. Most of some of these characters sound really accurate to the show. Oh, and I don't know when Duckworth is going to be introduced in the series, or he's just going to be non-existent in the show, despite that he did appear in the original show. Though maybe either A, he maybe that this alternate show that maybe he died early, maybe died during, maybe somewhere around the other. Also, I don't know if they're going to have Duckworth. But honestly, I don't. Maybe I'm just gonna say this to be a maybe. This is gonna be a maybe if they're gonna return Duckworth. Yeah, I hope they return Duckworth, since this is the other character in the series they have so far. This character, maybe he will appear in the 3rd or 4th episode of the show, or even the 5th episode. Since seriously, we only actually so far there are 4 episodes, so maybe either he appears in any of these 3 episodes, or maybe non-existent and just leave out as a character. I think maybe they will return him, though that'll be likely because that character exists in the original show. So overall, all this DuckTales 2017 so far is actually pretty good. And yeah, even I will get the first 2 episodes, I give it a solid, both of them getting 9 out of 10 of both approval, and yeah, even that I love it. I hope, yeah, anyways, I gotta go watch some. Oh yeah, just in time to show that. Oh yeah, I do own a Donald Duck mug, by the way, which you can see in some of my videos. Which you can see here. And yeah, I think Donald Duck will be more shown in this reboot, as because, anyways, I gotta go. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye.